Oh, wow.
Perfect,
You
perfect.
got it.
Very, very good. All right, everybody. It's that time. Let's go ahead and get things started. It is a little after 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, or whatever time it happens to be where you are watching us right now. It is Thursday, November 16th, and time for the Inner Circle Breakthrough Session with Robert Hollis. And we are so glad to have you on board with us. A couple of things before we get started. First of all, let's give a nice shout out, and I hope they're watching. If not, they'll be watching later, to our two brand new Inner Circle members. Welcome to Liz, Charles, and Cynthia. And I hope I'm pronouncing your names correct, Cynthia. Cynthia Aquinas or Aquinas. Anyways, I'm going just by Aquinas. I think that's the right way. You'll let us know, I'm sure you will, as to the proper pronunciation of your name. But we appreciate that you are now part of our inner circle, along with everybody who is watching us here, whether it's on YouTube or live on YouTube or on Zoom, as well as maybe if you're watching the replay on YouTube. So, thank you so very, very much for joining us. We are very happy to have you with us. And if you want to participate in today's inner circle, with a breakthrough with Robert Hollis. Very, very simple to do. If you want to, go ahead and look on the bot. Put your cursor in the middle of the screen, right here on Zoom. Then find the reactions button. If you don't see it on the bottom, click the more button, and then the reactions tab will appear. Then click on raise hand, and we will call on you in the order that we receive your message. Also, if you don't want to do that, but you want to ask a question, go ahead and post it in either chat, meaning in YouTube or here in Zoom, and we will ask it on your behalf. So, without further ado, I think we are at that time. I could say that, thank you to, I'm going to leave that special announcement to Robert to share with us the award-winning announcement from that we received earlier
Hey,
today.
Craig, you can definitely do it.
Okay, well, I just thought since this is okay, fine. I Ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to go ahead and make the announcement again on Saturday for the Ask Me Anythings because obviously we reach a larger group. But thank you, each and every one of you, for helping us get to 500,000 views on our YouTube channel. It is because of you, because of us, because of this community that we have been able to get to that milestone. We will announce it again on Saturday, but we so appreciate each and every one of you for being part of the Inner Circle, our core group, and just thank you, and thank you very much. And we also have now 6,425 subscribers to our YouTube channel. So we are growing. And again, it's a thank you for doing it. So, that being said, let's get this Inner Circle breakthrough session started with our very own GPS to success, our dear friend and mentor, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Hollis!
Craig, thank you very much. The hostess with the mostest. My son today is celebrating with his wife, Hannah. Their anniversary, I think, is tomorrow or Saturday. 9 years already. It's just holy cow. So so Matt's not here, and that's fine. And Craig, again, thank you so much for everything. And again, I agree. You guys see the growth of the YouTube channel now. To think that we are going from a couple of hundred views a day to now we have videos that are getting 10,000 views in 3 days. And I know that every one of you watched me start this thing saying that, hey, I'm gonna this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna focus on, this is what I'm gonna put my vision on, and then I'm going to just create as much content as I can as fast as I can, and there it is, And so How many of you guys believe that my YouTube channel one day will have 1 million views? See, so it's funny. All we got to do is change that thought to say, my YouTube channel will have 1 million views one day. And all of a sudden the energy changes. The faith changes. The belief changes. And so it was pretty interesting. Craig and I were talking about this guy, Alex, and what was really, really unique about him is he was saying, hey, listen, I just want to tell you, Mr. Beast has got a video out there too. He goes, when people continue to put up videos every single day with no likes, no shares, no comments, no views, and just believing that one day it will change. I got to focus. I got to put all my energy to one day it'll change. And then when it does, everybody's going like, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? And so, yeah. And so I hope you guys have been enjoying some of the new videos that I've been putting out. Every time I think that I've run out of ideas to put up on my YouTube channel, then I come out with the other one. Between us and the wall, the inner circle people, I love sharing my thought patterns about that. Apparently, I think that I didn't realize that there is a group of people on the planet that do need over 2 hours of information to make a decision. Go figure. They probably will need 20 years of information and training before they go into action. And I know some of you might be saying, stop talking about me. You're making fun of me. It's like, no, apparently that is. So I'll make a bunch of short videos. And then now I'm making the longings. I'm analytical and I have a really good retention. So when someone does a presentation and I can lip sync it because I know what they're going to say, and it goes on and on and on and on. Well, we all know that there's 16personalities.com, right? I'm trying to think of the different personality that just needs 20 hours of information. So and so I'm starting to create the videos, the plan, the mission, the vision, the company, and it's all came around a concept called the 7 steps to an effective presentation. So of course I have a few more to do, but then we're coming up, which by the way, I never thought of that. Here's my inner circle. This is really my family here. We were thinking that if the videos are the company, the product, the vision, the mission, the problem, the plan, soon will be the training. Believe it or not, I'm just going to call it the close. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put all those together, the intro, and then put all these videos together. What would we call that playlist? What would we call that playlist? The list? The videos? You guys know, wow, the certain way that hey, Anthony, I thought you might have lack of sleep. Again, congratulations, new father. I'm sure everyone in the inner circle reached out to you, but it sounds like he's might be sleep deprived and his mind's working. So it's but it is interesting, isn't it? That some people want all that information. I think that maybe there might be some things in people's hearts or mind. It's funny, Peter, you put onboarding. I've never, ever in 36 years of network marketing even heard that word. I was telling people the other day, when someone says, do you have a deal where you onboard people? And I go, is that a nicer word than just confusing them and overwhelming them? Is that a different word? Instead of saying I confuse people and I overwhelm them so they don't know what to do, we're now going to call that onboarding. You know what I mean? So I do have what a lot of people call an onboarding video, and that's how to create a free effing affiliate account. That's on the back of my, steps to success. But no, I've never heard of onboarding, Peter. This is a new word that people are using because they don't understand why people won't just do what they're supposed to do. Right. And so I don't know if you guys are catching on what's going on right now. I believe, and this is, of course, being biased. I'm not aware of a better opportunity than MDC. And knowing Josh and where he's going in the future, I don't know of a better opportunity right now. The one thing that I do know is that the world is changing, and it's changing really rapidly. And I don't know what people mentally are doing, but there's this word called FUD, right? So it's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And a lot of us might not understand this, but whenever a market like real estate or insurance or the stock market, housing, anything, there's always this thing where if they don't understand why the market turned upside down, that's what they call it. They call it fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And the reason why is the masses in the world, the masses, the ordinary, average individual, average income, they stopped doing what they used to do. And I believe with war on top of war on top of war, us consistently looking at, if I'm offending somebody, get over it. You guys are the inner circle. All right. Watching these babies in our government constantly fight like they're in a freaking playground, I always thought verbally would be pretty crazy. And I always got to see these governments in other countries that got in fistfights. Holy fuck. We're right there, man. It's like people are so messed up psychology-wise that they're losing their minds. Everyone knows that if you get in a fist fight on an airplane with a flight attendant, this is not going to end well. But I'm just going to do it anyway. And if I got one sign in my hand that's got a big poster and it says something on that sign that's the exact opposite of what the people across the street sign says, I could be putting myself in a pretty volatile place. You know what I mean? It's like they're for something, I'm against something, and I got a sign and we're screaming at each other. I wonder why there's violence. Man, there's some very ignorant people out there, man. You can't fix stupid with even duct tape, right? And so, what they do, since you guys got me on a good tangent here, because I've been thinking about it, all right, is what the world tries to tell us is not the same as what we feel. Can I get an amen? What the media and the propaganda is trying to tell us is not the same as what we feel. And so when the stock market's at an all-time high and crypto's at an all-time high and the housing market's on an all-time high and everything's on an all-time high, and then it drops to here, and then it hangs out there for about a year and then goes to here. And they're telling us, man, inflation stopped. The prices are okay. Everything's okay. And you go, the fuck it is. What do you guys know what the biggest propaganda is on TV right now? Did you know that turkey's 26% lower than it was last year? Yeah, because everything else on the fucking table cost twice as much as it did a year ago. It's like, I think all the other companies got together and said, let's help out the turkey industry so we can get the fucking people to believe that everything's okay. Okay, no more F-bombs. I'm sorry. I just went on a little tangent here. So if you guys are right now looking at why would network marketing or just all-time spending, why would it drop? Do any of you know of people, since this is the inner circle, you don't have to raise your hand, but you can. How many people have noticed that your income is not going as far as it used to? Wouldn't that be just the easiest way to say it? That there was another funny thing that I seen today, and it was a girl that had to be 15, 16 years old. And she did this video and she says, I don't understand something, and maybe I'm stupid. I wasn't really good in school, but can people help me understand this? My employer gave me this, and I guess it's profits. So when he gave me this, he got taxed on it. Then he gave it to me, and then when I spend it, I got to pay taxes on it. But legally, if I just gave this to somebody else and they spent it, they would have to pay taxes on it. And she's going, like, how many times does $1 get taxed? And she goes, am I just stupid? And I say, that's where I believe that when you got a 16-year-old girl going, this doesn't make sense. So here's something I want you guys to really think about. And then let's immediately go into handling some questions. If the mentality overall, not just in the United States and the world, is for whatever reason, things are not feeling good right now. How many of you decide to buy things that have to deal with luxury when you're not sure about the next couple of months or the next couple of years? Is this a good time to buy something expensive, buy something luxury? Or is this the time where you find yourself sitting around with the people that you love, just saying, let's just tighten the belt a little bit. It's not going to hurt us. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I think that we could maybe look at our total budget and let's just trim down the luxuries a little bit. Well, if you've been in network marketing or affiliate marketing since 1985, you guys catch me? Do you guys realize that after 92, the economy has been just like this? It's been said for a lot of years. Well, every 7 years, there's a correction. Well, I guess it's been going for 10 years. Sooner or later, I think it's going to happen. Well, it's been 20 years. It's been 20 years. So while all the companies are making money, don't you think that it's interesting that it correlates that when everyone's making money, then the job market is big, so anyone can take a higher paid job, so then you can just pay everyone peanuts? Why is it that when the economy dropped, now we're seeing more strikes than we've ever seen before? Why was it 20 years since the automakers and the union decided to fight against each other? Because it was prosperity, and now it's not. So when the economy is good and the prices are low, people are not striking for a minimum wage. Now that the economy's high and everyone's spending more, the money doesn't take you where you are. Now everyone's striking. Does this sound like I'm making any sense? Or okay, so in the midst of this, thinking about buying an overpriced product for your looks, your weight, your energy, your anything seems like a pretty neat thing. So network marketing and direct sales And affiliate marketing has just been on fire and screaming for 20 years. Are you guys catching me? Now, all of a sudden, it's taking a correction just like everything else. And people right now are not looking to spend money. They're looking to make money. And so it doesn't make a difference if MDC comes out with 1,000 times better CBDA or pre-rolls or wine or a bunch of other brands. There's only two thoughts. People that make money go, I'll buy that. And the other people are like, I will continue to buy my wine in a box. Hey, am I talking to my people? Why would I know that wine comes in a box? You see what I mean? I'm like, how many boxes could I buy for $200? You know what I mean? It's like, so I'm just telling you guys, you're going to see a shift in this industry. And that's why most of us, including me, most of us, when a company comes out and just says, well, you can make money by selling monthly memberships. No, they disguise it and say the products are cheaper. Why would people want the cheapest of anything? Because the economy is not good. So we won't pay money off product purchases. We'll just pay money off memberships and sign-up fees. No, we won't pay them off sign-up fees. I'm going to keep all that money. And we'll just pay them on the $10 monthly fee. It's like, and now this card company. Has any of you ever heard of Zeek Rewards? Zeek Rewards. This is what the government's doing now, you guys. I'm not trying to scare you. Make your own damn mistakes. I don't care. That's how you learn lessons, right? But Zeek Rewards didn't go after the owners. They also went after the top 10 income earners. And this new card that everyone's talking about, that's where you get to see your company jumpers, right? Because people that went to Live Good that left MDC and then went over to Ternat, now they're jumping over to this card. And it's like, wait a minute, you weren't even in that company 6 months. Yeah, it didn't work. I'm doing this card now. It's like, these people are approaching me about this card. And that's why I sort of did the video today about, listen, please don't call me unless your company's 5 years old. Just don't. So I'm telling you guys, if you can find a way, and I already said this, but let me emphasize it again. Where is that graphic? I'll find that graphic quick. But did you guys see the graphic that we were talking about? Found it right away. That's why I was supposed to do it. You guys have heard me talk about the goats, right? Okay. We talk about Jeff Birdie being the quote unquote $110 million man or $120 man. Do you guys know that Bill Britt probably made close to 350, 400 million in network marketing? It's like the goats again that we're talking about. So don't you guys think it's interesting? They just called what I did the plan. The circles are the plan. So I simply showed the plan. Do you guys see the plan? So you guys think, oh my God, Robert's like a genius. This guy's smarter than anyone I know. Look how much money he's made. And all I do is find people that made hundreds of millions and I steal their shit. But I also do what they did. All right. So I showed the plan to 1,200 people. 900 said no, 300 signed up. Out of the 300, 85 of them did something. Out of the 85, 35 were serious. And out of those 35, 11 of them made me millionaires. Can anybody be brutally honest with me? Because this is the inner circle. Has anyone showed the theoretical example or the plan to 1,200 people? 600? 300? 150? 75? 75? See, some of you Some of you have piqued interest with a lot of people. Some of you have gotten people to watch videos. Some of you have even gotten people to become affiliates. Coach Bob, how many total customers have you signed up, not active, that you've signed up since you've been with MDC?
Oh boy, 600.
Okay.
I sign up roughly about 80, 60, let's say 70 a month for a
Wow.
year, for a couple of years. So
what have you earned over all your positions total?
so my wife, I have one, and my wife has one. So 110,000.
110,000, 600 customers.
Now
And
I
and how long you been with the company?
4 years, 4 or 5
years.
years.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I just started really gaining momentum probably the last 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. Because
wait a minute, are
thing,
you honestly telling me it takes time to actually create momentum?
yeah, if I would have
For me
quit,
too.
I mean,
For me too.
I would have been
On
done.
the sponsoring side and building a group, it actually takes time to build momentum as well before you get to see what is it called? Just the multiplication of efforts that you did online where they all start complementing each other.
Exactly. And a lot of people, you know what? A lot of my customers come to me and they say, well, my representative quit, so I came over to you, or I want to get, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I get the benefit of that. You know what I mean? A lot of them, they look around, they jump around and then they come back. So,
yeah.
But you just got to stick with it. I just, all of a sudden it just started, it just went crazy. You know what I mean, Robert?
Yeah, totally. And so, thank you for sharing that, Bob. How many of you, I don't want to put you on the spot, by the way.
Oh, no, that's fine.
I'm going to put you on the spot. How many people would like me to see me and Coach Bob doing a podcast? Okay. And here's what the podcast is going to be about here's the guy, whether people know it or not. There's no one that did more personal volume with customers than this man right here. Nobody. So wouldn't you guys like to know how much effort, how much time, how much money, and then now where he is today, where he's starting to get momentum? Why would Bob be on inner circles with me? Why would Coach Bob be gobbling up all my content? Why would he be reaching out me and asking questions? Because Coach Bob doesn't see himself doing this for the next 3 years. He might be doing something small with it. I would never ask him to quit it. But I think his whole goal for getting involved and doing what he's doing right now is to make $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $10 million a year. And so I don't know how he can do that without doing what I'm doing. See, he's got to look in his organization and see 20 people that are making a full-time income. Then it would be impossible to find Coach Bob. That's why I wanted to get him on podcast now before he disappears.
Well, the big thing about it, Robert, is I just sold. So I didn't really recruit anybody. And right. I was scared that I couldn't teach them what I do. So it was like, it was useless. And then when I tried to, it was just too complicated. So I would chase them away. So once I caught on to you, and then I went to Aaron, and then he's really good. But I mean, I didn't get anything. You know what I mean? Right. He gave out a lot of gifts, and he's a nice guy. He did a lot of stuff. And then when I came over to you,
nothing against Aaron, but you just can't teach what you don't know.
Right.
If I put Aaron in a category, if you hear my story about me getting my sons into Taekwondo, and then when we went to the bigger corporate, Olympic events, my sons couldn't get couldn't get into the tournaments. They would do it, but they wouldn't win because they were doing the wrong things. So to have someone walk up to me, Bob, and go, man, your sons are freaking amazing. They're just not doing a Cookie Wong Taekwondo form. So for that reason, we can't give them anything. So are you telling me that my kids are better than the other kids that are at this tournament, but you can't award them because they're not doing the right thing? And he goes, that's exactly what I'm telling you. So I found an instructor in Billings, Montana that I was teaching my son, and he came up with fusion arts, which was a mixture of all his own bullshit. Are you guys following what I'm shaking down here? So you find out later that they're never a black belt in anything. It would have been okay if people like Aaron were black belts, and then they were black belts in jiu-jitsu, black belt in karate, then they could do mixed martial arts and teach. But Aaron had never, ever gotten to any of those levels. So at that time, I could get pissed off and kick the shit out of, his name escaped me on purpose. Terrell was his name. But what I did is immediately that's my fault. I didn't know that I didn't know.
Right.
And so I immediately got a hold of the Cookie Wong Foundation and found out the closest master for Taekwondo was in Rapid City, South Dakota. I took my sons to him. He corrected them. And then the next tournament went to, both my sons got a gold medal. And so they qualified for the Junior Olympics. And so then what I did is I got him to come to Billings, and I took his best instructors and I brought him over to this guy, and he explained what was the difference. All of them decided to start their own studio to compete against Terrell Bracken and Fusion Martial Arts. And they created their own studios. That's where my son became black belt in Cookie Wong, got certificates from Korea, from the Cookie Wong Foundation for being black belts. So you can correct at any time.
Right.
So, whenever I look at Aaron not being mean, he learned a group of skills that told him to brand himself. And then when he came over here, he just kept teaching the same skills. And it's like, teach skills that you learn from a master. I'm not a master yet. I just read something, believe it or not, and I didn't steal this. There's a very well-known martial artist that just got her brown belt in jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And he walked up to her in front of the class, and everyone could see that he had the brown belt tucked in his belt, but she couldn't see it. And he walked up to her and he told everybody, I want everyone to be quiet. And he looked at this girl straight in the face. Her name is Julie. And he said, Julie, what do you think about me giving you a rank advance of brown belt? She put her head down and she said, I'm not good enough yet. I'm not even close to good enough yet. And he goes, and that's why you get it. Isn't that crazy? So in front of all these people, he knows she's brown belt. She's done everything she can to be a brown belt, which, by the way, she just won her last 3 MMA fights in the ring. Maybe that's qualifications for getting a brown belt. But she still didn't feel like she deserved it. So that's where my respect in this industry comes from. You know what I mean? I get around, 400, 500 million and total commissions, life earned commissions. Maybe I'll go. I think I'm getting close. So, Bob, thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love and appreciate you.
Yeah. So all you guys got to ask me all the time is when you think that you're not getting the right results, you know what I mean? If you're doing it a certain way, You know it. And most of you are like, I'll just do it sort of this way, sort of this way, sort of this way. And it's like, it's here when you're ready. It's just totally here when you're ready. And again, don't ever forget that whatever participation that you want at your speed. Do I think that there's a lot of people that are close in the inner circle that if I told you all you needed to do is this one thing and you'd make $1 million a year in network marketing? I still think that some of you would turn that down. Not consciously, unconsciously. And I'll tell you why. You haven't worked on that part of you that's enough yet. You haven't worked on that part of you that's worthy yet. You haven't worked on that part of you that receives it yet. There's a part of you that you're going, nah, I don't deserve that. Just like Julie with the brown belt. It's like, so, just know that we all have levels of learning. That's why I think martial arts and other places like that. Don't you think it's interesting that, you got your white belt, then your white belt with the yellow stripe? It's like, why do you think a lot of things in life, including corporate life, have levels? Because it's multi-level. I couldn't help myself now. But it's a way for people. It's a way for people to go, it's probably going to take another level of who I am to get to the next level. Does that make sense? So, I love that phrase, and we'll move on where, Earl Schoaf, Jim Rohn's mentor, said to him, listen, you gotta raise your game up. You got to go to this training and learn this stuff. And he said, I can't afford it. That's where that phrase came. You can't afford not to. You can't afford not to. And he goes, you don't get it. I don't have the money. And then he says those things that we don't want to hear. And we could correlate this with MDC. Oh, wait a minute. Are you telling me that no one makes any money in MDC? No, that's not what I said. So there's other people in MDC that make more than you? Yeah, a lot more than me. Why would MDC pay them more money than you? Why? Well, because they do more volume and they have more people in their group than me. If I were you, I'd figure that out. So he said to Jim Rohn, listen, you got to become more valuable than you are right now. If there's companies that are paying people and the same company you're in more than you, they're more valuable. They're more valuable. Not everyone is going to put up 9, 10, 11 videos a day on YouTube. Doesn't that sound like a lot? Watch. We're going to take that. We're going to take that to 20, 30 a day. Because we're starting to figure out the game. And so, yeah, what if you did that? I watched the video. I might as well go there. But Alex, I was telling my wife this in this Alex guy that we've been watching. And he walked up to a guy and he says, how much do you make on your YouTube channel a year? And he says, like 2.5 million. And Alex said, wow. He goes, let me ask you a question. He said, sure. He says, how many people do you do a presentation to a week? And he said, man, he said, I can't tell you how much time I spend on it, but I'd say 20, 25 people I talk to a week, new people. And he goes, that's funny. He says, because I do 200 before lunch. And Alex looked at him and went, I don't think that's possible. He goes, that's what all broke people say. He goes, isn't it funny that you said it's not possible? And he says, I have 3 people that I've helped make more money than me. And you know what they said to me when I said that I do 200 before lunch? They said, can you show me how? So again, everything is a sorting game. Wouldn't you guys agree? So if you said to someone, listen, I need you to contact whatever number you want to really get good at this, it's talk to as many people as you can, as fast as you can, say as little as possible. How many people can you get watched a video? Here's a question for you guys. Do you think that if someone got 70 people to watch the plan video, just the plan, not the long, ask me anything, just the one that I got that's called the plan. How many people have seen my Spanish version? Peter, have you seen my Spanish version? Me speaking Spanish. That was Matthew using AI. I didn't realize how good I am in Spanish. Well, you guys wait, we're going to have them in every language. One of my Spanish friends reached out to me and he goes, I don't think it's confusing because you're holding up the phone, but you don't make 400,000 million. I think in Spanish it said that, hey, I make $400,000 million. And I said, well, maybe it was talking about pesos. Maybe the AI did the own conversion, right, Peter and Lynn? It's like, this guy makes 1 million pesos a day. Oh, God. So anyway, I love and appreciate you guys. That's just some stuff in my heart that I just thought I'd drop on you because I haven't did a thought drop in a while. But yeah, in closing this part up, I just want you guys to think, if you believe the world is changing, then what you're saying to that group of people that are struggling in fear and uncertainty and doubt, I'm just saying maybe, I didn't finish that statement. Do you think that if you got 72 people to watch the plan, just the plan, nothing else, do you think that you would get people involved? See, in my opinion, it would be the right people. Wait a minute. Did this guy just show me he made 4.6 million and now he showed me a plan? What's the company? What's the company and where's my link? See, it's like when you find the right people, this business is so fun. When you're trying to convince the people you can't fix with duct tape, this business is not fun. So, Craig, over to you.
That's a great analogy. Here's your sign.
For those I should have a roll of duct tape and just pull it
up. There you go.
But listen, I'm trying to fix some of you, but this ain't working.
Rip.
Oh, by the way, I do have one other thing to bring up. It'll be quick. How many people said a girl for Anthony? I was wrong. I said a boy. So now you guys can go, Robert. See, I just wanted to clarify that on our inner circle ones that I said it was going to be a boy, Matthew, and no, I said it was going to be a girl.
Well, to, really help you, Robert, it's a 50-50 shot. Either you're right or you're wrong.
But no, I said it was going to be Victoria, didn't I?
You said that, yes.
Yeah.
But he's a Matthew, and you have your own Matthew. I have my own Matthew, and he is just the perfect baby boy. I feel like something in me has changed. I feel like my purpose is deeper now because now I can understand, what a father thinks.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to convey in my content. I did a post recently where I says, how many, fathers or how many of you dads had to ask for your employer to give you a leave of absence to bond with your baby? do you not want to ask them anymore? So I did a post about that. So my content is evolving.
Yeah, and here was my whole thing. I did not want my sons to go through the same stuff I did. And I'm not talking about the ugliness, the trauma, the being taken away from my parents, any of that. I just did not want the 200-year-old education teaching my sons that they needed a job and to work for pennies. So I homeschooled them. That was my decision. And so now to see where both of them are today and where their mindsets are. And it's like they're every once in a while they'll come to me and go, you just take care of everything. I feel like I should get a job to pay you and give you back. And I'm saying, no, I wanted to make it so you didn't have to think about money and be in despair. So you could just focus on your creativity and try as many things as you want to find out which one gives you the most happiness so you can focus on that one.
As a parent, you want the best for your children, a better childhood than you. Even if you think you had a good childhood, you want something better for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was fun. Even the point where, by the time they were old enough, that's why I stopped traveling. See, I was forced to figure this stuff out because I wanted to be around my sons. So that was before the internet. And so, man, when the internet came out and I got the first Pentium computer, it would take me 8 days to upload a video, but I was doing it, man. I was doing it. So congratulations, Anthony, to you and your wife and your new son, Matthew. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Robert. And thank you, everyone.
You bet. Okay.
Everybody give it up to Anthony. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Anthony. And yes, blessings to you and the family on this. All right. We have so far hands raised by Shauna Hancock and Sandy Baker. So, Shauna, it is up to you to get started with us. Please open up and share.
All right. Thank you, Craig. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Shauna. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Now, does everyone say Shauna the way that me and Craig does, or are we just
no? And you know what? I actually asked Terry because you were talking to somebody. I'm like, okay. I'm like, where does that come from? And so she told me that you have a family member or friend that's Shauna, and that's how you say their name too. Well, I was like, is it from a movie or something?
It is from a movie. It is from a movie. But yeah, when that, and this crazy mind that God uniquely gave me, so I had these superpowers. Every time I see your name or see you, ring. I just
right. Yeah, I've had my name put to like songs and stuff, but yeah, not the way that you say it. So it makes me laugh and smile every time you do it. So thank you.
You're welcome. You deserve it.
Okay, so going back, I know I've reached out to you before recently, and it's going the certain way of when you are reaching out to people, when you're looking for people. I watched Mary's video, and I've done it that way, but I'm racking my brain because you and I both, like, we feel like that video disappeared. And it's like going back to when I know you did a video for us at one point. I think it was like, I'm guessing like in 2020, where you actually like showed us, like like going into somebody's page. Yeah, you went to like someone's page. And so you went through the comments, you left your heartfelt comment to them, messaging, then somebody had messaged you back and doing it that way. So I've been going into, I actually used chat GP, whatever, AI.
Yeah.
To look up
when my tongue gets tangled, I do the same thing
AI,
you do.
Yeah, whatever that one is. And I looked up like the top networkers. So I went to that, and then I was looking for their pages and going on their pages. I did reach out to a couple people, and actually sent them a gift. And on that part, I couldn't send them a friend request. And so I did mention to them that I wasn't able to send them a friend request. And I'm following them, but they've never, like, I told them how to friend request me because of it being that digital creator. And that's what they were as well.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't have to worry too much about, like, I know I want to grow my friends list, but I start thinking, like, you have 5,000 friends, so you're not going and like doing like friend requests. So as long as I'm still talking to them in Messenger, that would still be good.
It's funny because I did that at the beginning, Shauna. Okay, so like I said to Mary, when I first got in, it's like, okay, I go to one person's page, they have 21 friends, or like I go to their YouTube channel and they got 0 subscribers and no videos. It's just that perception. So when I came from MySpace and someone told me about Facebook, and I thought, how fast can I get 5,000 friends? That was just my very first thing, because I knew once I got friends, then the next step would be followers. You know what I mean? And so I thought, I'm going to rush to 5,000 friends. Then when people come to my page, they're going to see that I have 5,000 friends. And that's going to give them what I believe would be the right perception of who I am. I'm a networker. And now from here, I'm going to now find out those friends that are going to connect with me, and the ones that are not, I do that through birthdays. And they get 2 chances, 3 strikes, they're out. So if I post it on their wall and then next year they didn't make any comment on it, now I'm going to leave them a personal message. And when they don't comment on that, the next year they show up, they're deleted, and then I'm adding more friends. So now I got thousands of friend requests. It just stops at $9.99. And I know that I'm getting more friend requests, but that's when I started focusing on doing stuff to make followers. So now I'm at a position with both pages. Not that I would suggest getting a business page anymore for Facebook. Facebook is just really dropping the ball. That's all I'm gonna say. If you guys are not seeing any engagement or anything or whatever with Facebook, I don't know where the hell they're going. It's just, that's why I stopped doing lives on Facebook and started doing them on YouTube. And so so now I got all these friends, right? So now how do I connect with people? So that's when I started saying, well, I'm going to find the best pages that have same interests as me. And I'm going to, just whatever I'm on, like right now, it would definitely be this Alex guy, so it went from Eric to Alex, right? And right now he's just really, really hot. His videos are hot. What he's doing is hot. So now I'm at his page. He does a post. I'm now making a heartfelt post on his post. And then when people make posts on that, I'm reaching out to those people. And it's very easy. It's like, how long have you been following Alex? What was the thing that you love most about what Alex is? What's your favorite video? Have you read his book? So it's always all the stuff that he's already talking about. And then when they make a comment, then I make a comment on their comment on my comment. And I say, listen, I'd like to be connected with you. Can I send you a private message? And I wait for them to say yes to that. And then I send them a private message. And it's only if they become an affiliate and actually start in the process that I'll make them a friend.
Okay.
See, so I gave you what to do up to the point, then what to transition on that other part, and then where I am now. So you're correct. I'm now there's people that reach out to me and beg me to make them a friend. And I just tell them what my priority is. I said, one of my goals, one of my visions is everyone that's a friend on my Facebook profile is also an active member with me. And they're going, are you saying that I have to purchase something from you every month to be your friend? I said, well, if that's what you heard, you know what I mean? But of course, you know, I allow people like Peter and Linda to be in that group. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, because I there's some people that I just love, so they get to be in there no matter what. So did that help, Shauna?
Yes. Yeah. I do have a quick question though. So
I was
like
going to
you
tell
were
you
going,
something else really quick though.
okay, sure.
That video that you've asked me for, because I'm not understanding what you're saying, that's gotta be one of the videos on my Facebook then. So if you go to my personal Facebook page,
Okay.
click on media, and then click on videos. If you thought about when it was, maybe you can search by friend, you know, put the word friend in, but there was a lot of videos that I did on Facebook over the years that never made it to YouTube.
Right. Yeah. I don't think it was on YouTube. So and that's why I was looking on Facebook and it's even
you did look.
Yeah, I looked on Facebook and then I even like, I think when we did like a one-on-one, like Kevin and I did one with you right after the convention in Las Vegas, the last one. So was that like 2021, I think. I think that was on my laptop that died because I can't find that video either. I was like, I was gonna go back because you were talking with Kevin on connecting and that, and I'm like, okay, I need to go back to that, and I'm like, oh, I can't find that one either.
I will look for that on my Google Drive. Okay. I'll look for that on the Google Drive and then try to send that link to you, and I'll try to do my own search to find that. And if I can't, then Melody just posted. She's usually on it. But yeah.
And I posted it as well in the chats, how simple it is to get a friend. And I'm looking at one that was back in January of 2022.
22? Okay,
So
maybe. Okay, I'll
that.
watch it if that's the one. Thank you, Craig.
Yeah, because I remember doing that. I remember doing that. If I have to do it again, I can do it again, you know. So yeah.
And then
next question.
Yeah. So when you're going on someone's page and all you're getting, like, people are just commenting like, love this, amen, and that, do you comment on those, or do you really like go through to try and find somebody who's really like giving a heartfelt comment?
Step one is to be so much in frequency that you're glancing at it, and everyone that knows me really, really close has watched me do this, and it looks like a magic trick, but it's not. It's just, I'm just already prayed. I'm in the frequency and I'm looking down, I'm going, who's this? And I click on it and I click on their profile. And when I click on their profile, it's like, holy shit, like a hidden gem. It's like you look at it, you see the amount of friends that they have, the way they're responsive, the stuff that they're posting, the stuff that they have in their cover photo. It just feels like the right person. You see what I mean? Now, do I do that all the time? No, but the majority of the time I do. So I'm already focused. I've already read it or listened to it. Then I give a really good heartfelt deal, and then I'm going down the list. I'm just asking. I'm just flat out asking. You know, lead me to those that have ears to hear. I'm looking for people that are really looking for someone that can show them how to get out of their current financial situation. So the same, and so it's funny that you brought that up, because I want my page to look like that. See, I want people going, who in the hell is this guy? You know, and they click on it and they go, shit. It's like, that's the perception. And believe it or not, it's taken me less than a year where I feel that now people are going to my YouTube channel and going, shit. I mean, I get to brag about Matthew a little bit. Do you guys know that if you guys can think of anybody out there right now that is considered a big person in this industry or the motivational industry, go to their page and then click on shorts. And when you click on shorts, you click on most popular. And you'll see that people out there right now that are spending a lot of money on building their YouTube channel. that their videos are getting 1,000 to 1,200, 1,500 views on their shorts. And Matt just posted a short that he did 3 days ago with me and David Oliver, and he shortened it up and put it on there, and it 10,000 views in 3 days. So Matt is frequencied in,
Right. And I'm seeing those on Instagram. They're just popping up on my Instagram too. I was
Wow.
like, oh, cool.
Yeah. And so Matt's getting it figured out. And we probably have gotten more views, like right now, even our subscribers are like, 192 new subscribers in the last 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
So that's what people don't get about network marketing. It's like you find the right players, and when you find the right players doing the right thing, it's like it pulls this momentum and this energy towards your group. And that's what no one gets, Shauna. No one gets like, well, Robert, be honest with me. How did you build Nigeria? Well, I had a guy named Joshua Daramella that just recently got taken advantage of. Company went out of business. And he went to businessfromhome.org and was searching for companies. And then once he found a company, he found out the top 10 earners of that company. He reached out to all of them, and only one of them messaged him back immediately. And that was a guy named Robert Hollis. And so then he signed up with me, and then took a while to do things his way because he was been involved in network marketing before. And then all of a sudden he just threw up his hands and gave up and did it my way. And now the rest is history. Now he's got 110 new rank advancements underneath him, 7,000 people. He just opened up a new group in South Africa. I mean, Joshua and Mosh and them are they're on fire. Okay, then that was a fluke. So he reached out to you. Yeah. How about your leg before that? Oh, Tomas Adam from Hungary? Yeah. Tomas Adam was with a company that changed the comp plan. Their income went down. So he went to businesstohome.org, and he was checking out companies, and then he sent messages to the top 5 people, and one of them reached back to him immediately. That was a guy named Robert Hollis. And then yeah. So you can understand why, if I told you guys the way that my leaders come to me, it sounds stupid. But I'm putting out so much content. And for those of you that think this is freaky, that's okay. But I just put out so much content, and I have so much faith, and I just keep pouring out the energy, just knowing the more people that see my videos, the bigger my percentages, the more people will research me, the more people that will get involved. And I just keep doing that. And I've been doing it even before the internet. So I just knew that if I was out doing the plan to as many people as I could, as fast as I could, I'd find some people that are going, this guy just makes too much money not to do what he's doing. And then I have 10 people. So now I got 10 people that are handing out 10 videos a day. And now I got 110 presentations going on a day. And people are going like, yeah, but I just can't find one. And I'm just going, because you haven't gone all in yet. All in does not mean of your time and your money. All in means that instead of this industry of people franchising, you being in it, it should be in you. And so I just knew, Shauna, without a shadow of a doubt, that if I took the right people in front of my mentor, that he had the words to speak to those that had ears to hear. I didn't have it yet. So I just knew I had to get as many people as I could, as fast as I could, in front of him. And he could give them the information of what they needed to do. And there was actually people that were in my group in my first company that beat me to the top position. That would be super affiliate. There was a guy named Rick Belger out of Mount Clemens, Michigan. that went to the same position I did. Instead of 9 months, I think he did it like in 5. And it wasn't for me teaching him, but my testimonial of me finding Bill doing what he told me to do, and now look at my check is 38,000. Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Like, how'd you make 38,000? I listened to this guy's video. So Shauna, thank you. Thank you. Tell Kevin hi for
Thank
me.
you.
Anything
I will.
else? Anything
Nope, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Good
Shauna,
question.
thank you so much. Oh, sorry, Robert.
Yeah, that's good.
So what movie is that from?
What?
There's my question.
Yeah, I'll find out. I think I could do
Okay.
that on, you know, where'd the phrase "shut up" come from? I'll have to get the app on my phone.
Shauna, thank you so much.
I'm just glad it makes her smile and giggle. That.
Yep, look at that smile. So good. So cool. All right, so we have others with hands raised. We've got John Tier and Lisa Marie who just raised their hands. Next, though, Sandy Baker. Okay, I see that grin on your face. Come on now. Open up and share with all of us.
Hello. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Shauna. How are you? Hi, Sandy. How are you?
I'm good. All right. I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
So you said something about, Facebook business pages. And it's so funny that you said that because I really got pissed off at Facebook yesterday and I closed mine out. So, so I really did go over to YouTube today and I started putting stuff together on YouTube. So if you get 1,000 notices, I'm really sorry.
No.
Because I'm like downloading, I'm like saving them. I'm like, no, wait, that's not where I wanted to do them. Wait, okay, now I got to go save it again in this. Okay, wait a minute. So I found out that, and that's why I went to Chat GPT today, so I could put a little blurb on my YouTube about you. And then, so my question then is I have one subscriber.
Yeah. Why didn't you send me the link? Put your link in here so we all can be subscribers.
Okay, I can do that. So I have one subscriber. I have no idea who she is, but my question is, the first question is how do I get subscribers to my YouTube? Just by putting out a bunch of videos like you're doing?
Yep.
And then you said you put out so many videos, I wrote it down, so many videos a day. Does that include your shorts?
No, the way that we've been doing it is there's 3 kinds of processes of videos, right? One is we were told by Eric, which is Carmichael, that worked. It freaking worked. Is that the number one producing videos that you guys can do is the process. In fact, watching Alex's video today, listen to the videos. You guys want to start saying how I do blank. How I do blank. I just believe my wife and I were masterminding today. I just think everyone in the world right now is tired of, Sandy, this is what you have to do. I think everyone is effing done. Stop telling me what to do. I don't see you doing it. Shut the F up. Because I just think that people have been led by posers for too long. Something doesn't click right. You know what I mean? It's like what Alex said is the 18-year-old guy that's not in a relationship giving some people relationship information. It's like you sort of go, are you serious?
Right.
Like, maybe it's good information for 16-year-olds, but but so the very first video that you should do is our video in combination is one on how I got to this, how I got my first check.
Okay.
How I got my first affiliate. How I got my first affiliate a check. Are you guys seeing what I'm talking about? And you guys, this is stuff that I'm doing right now. Learn this stuff today. And so one is talking about the process. So I started realizing that I think that a lot of people look at me and they go, well, of course Robert can do this. It's 37 years he's been doing this. So that's why I started doing the interview with Mary, and then the interview with Joshua and Joshua. I'm going, if they don't listen to what I'm doing, maybe I can do an interview with somebody else, like an interview or a podcast of them talking about what they did. So now I'm asking them, well, how did you do this, Sandy? How did you do this, Sandy? Do you notice when I talk to Coach Bob, I'm always saying to him, how did you do this? But see, it's like, if you can change your paradigm to never ever poking at somebody and saying, this is what you should do, instead of saying, listen, this is how I shared with this person, or this is how I got to this, or how I did this. Okay. So process is being one video. Another video is your lives. So these are videos. The first videos are things that you could do, that you could upload. But if you decide to do what I did, I said, well, just every day I'm going to do a live. Then you want to take that live and download it, sort of figure out some cool words that people might be looking for, and then re-upload it. So now it's actually twice on your page, but one is an upload versus a live. So if you guys seen the thing that I shared with Eric coaching me on Instagram, see, that's what he was saying. That one, don't introduce yourself at the beginning. Say the subject to get their attention. You got to get these people on there for 8 seconds or longer. So say what the subject is with a little bit of excitement and enthusiasm, and then introduce you and then go the next step. Then from those 2 videos, now you're creating shorts. So now Matt's sort of using AI, not sort of, all he uses. But now what he does is he's got a software that you guys could ask him to share to you. But what he does is he grabs a video and says, what's the bullet points in this YouTube video? So it's an application that you add to AI, ChatGPT. And then when you put the YouTube URL in there and click it, it summarizes the whole damn video for you. And it tells you what the bullet points are and what's covered in those bullet points. So now Matt then looks at the video to see where the bullet points are, takes a minute of it or 58 seconds of it. And then, believe it or not, I think he uses a software that actually puts the words up there. He doesn't even have to add the subtitles anymore. And so it wasn't until, so those are the 3 videos that you constantly want. And again, this is something that I picked up from Eric, is pick out a time that you're willing to make a major priority. That's just when you're going to do the video. And Alex, even today, on a thing that I'll share with you guys today in his training, he showed a video, which was one of his very first videos, where he was really raw and just being him. Again, if you guys can be raw, you can be vulnerable, you can be, express your uniqueness, Sandy, and just believe, just 1000% believe that you're going to find your tribe. You're going to find, now, do we know that a majority of the people don't want to listen to us, or think we're kooks, or think we're out in left field? That's the point. That's the point. The point is to find your Swifties, your monsters, your believers. If the more genuine that you are, the more that you're going to pull that crowd to you. And when you pull that crowd to you of a bunch of misfits, they're never asking Sandy to be anything but Sandy. So that's sort of the belief that we got to go, I do things the way that I do them. Now, okay, so if you went back and looked at a video I did 8 years ago, is it exactly what I'm doing now? No, I'm a different person. I hope I'm evolving. I hope I'm learning more. So that's where a lot of people sometimes get their own confusion. They go, well, one time you were teaching this $1 million question. Well, I just named it something different. I'm still asking people for a favor.
Okay, I got that. And then with the videos themselves or with the lives themselves, I know with the shorts you do it, but with the other ones, do you use like hashtags and everything too to draw people in for those?
I don't do anything.
Matt does that.
I just create content
Okay.
and yeah, the more, and so it was fun for me because when I said, you know, a couple of years ago that I was going to do a Facebook Live every day, and guess what? I'm the kind of guy that will put everything in, go a year, and then go, I got to do something else. But I'm going to
Okay.
give it a year and I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to try to master that. And so, and Alex was showing, he said, so as soon as he started making money, the first thing that he did is he built two, not one, two incredible podcast studios and places where he could do the lighting and the multiple cameras and everything. So he could really do a very professional YouTube video.
Okay.
And he says, my raw ones with no lighting, me looking like I could never get a haircut, those videos are still kicking the professional videos ass.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to give that to you guys because a lot of people think, oh my God, I got to get this right. I got to get this right. I got to get this right. And you guys are starting to say that, you know, you bring up a subject, I'll talk about anything. You know what I mean? So.
Right. One more question.
Please.
The other day when I was sick and I was trying to remember everything and I wrote this part down and I think I know why I wrote it down, but you said when they tell you that they don't know, you didn't give them a reason. Was that when they say that they don't know if they want to join our business?
When they don't know why they're doing anything.
What? Okay.
Okay, so yes, there's a large group of people, Sandy, that is 100% using that as an excuse.
Okay.
Okay. But the other people are like, you know, Sandy, I just watched all the videos and stuff, and I don't understand. I don't get it. My phrase is usually, do you want to?
Okay.
Do you want to? I don't know why you would say that to me. I need this more than anything. I definitely want to. Well, great. Let's jump on a Zoom and let's walk through the things that you're having difficulty with. So what I mean is that people are not moving forward to become an affiliate, or they don't move forward to purchase anything, or they don't move forward to share their affiliate link, is because you didn't give them a reason why.
Okay, got it.
So my mentor really drilled that in my head. So if I'm having them watch the plan, so you guys, you guys are inner circle, you're hearing this first. If I got someone to watch the plan and go, did you watch the video? And they went, yeah. So what was the thing that clicked in your head when he said, if you had $20,000 a month or $10,000 a month or $200,000 a month, you know, it's like, no, it's a smaller numbers. So when he said that you would get a belief check, and he said that you would get your products free and you could put $200 extra in your budget, what did you feel you could do with that extra $200 in your budget? I would definitely do like you said on the videos. The number one answer is paying bills. Okay, which major credit card are we going to take care of first? And when we take care of that credit card, how is that going to make you feel? So now you're going to immediately know, Sandy, whether or not they watched the video.
Okay.
So now you're just asking them, what would you do with the money and how would it make you feel? What did you do now? So remember when he talked about getting to $2,500 a month?
Mm-hmm.
So now you're covering your product and you got $2,300 in profit that month. What are you going to do with that money? See, if you can get people to dream and ask them how they feel, then you could go to the next spot. So remember, Robert talked about the first way we're going to get you this money before we get you a rank advance is who's the number one person you're looking for? What was the one that popped in your head?
Okay.
And so
All right.
that's what I mean. And it's weird. Don't you guys understand that virtually everything that we've ever done in our life, someone sort of gave us a value of it.
Mhm.
It was funny. I seen a smart ass today. Me and Terry love watching Judge Judy. And the kid said, he said, so who damaged his truck? And this young kid, 18, 19 years old, he says, I don't see how that's relevant. And this is Judge Judy. She said, where do you live? And he says, Arizona. And she said, so did you read all the contracts that you signed before you came here? He goes, no. And she says, so you're telling me right now, in front of millions of people that watch me, that you don't know how you're going to get home? He goes, excuse me? And she says, if you don't want to cooperate with me after you sign that contract, I don't have to pay for your damn airplane home. Find your own way home. And he goes, that's not fair. And she went, and that's not relevant. I'm going to ask you one more time. Who damaged his truck?
Mm.
And he goes, Johnny. And he said, see, everyone? People say I can't get my kids to do anything. He wasn't going to give me a name, but I gave him a reason why to give me a name.
Got it. Got it. All right. Thank you so much.
Is that good?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was good.
Yeah, Judge Judy's like, oh, I'll get a name out of you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Sandy. I hope you're feeling better.
I am feeling much, much better. Yes.
Yeah,
I still have,
Terry's feeling better too, man. A bunch of people must have got sick at the convention.
a bunch of people did get sick. I kept on checking though, and mine was not the vid.
Wow. Yeah,
But
Terry didn't check. I didn't check. I've been sick multiple times. I just don't want to know.
Well, I have grandkids that I take care of, so I just wanted to make sure for them because one of them's only 2 months old. So I just wanted to make sure for them, but nope. But whatever it was, went away for a day, and later on that afternoon came right back, and it ended up being bronchitis really bad.
I think you guys were all sharing that wacky tobacco stuff, and no, I'm just joking. I'm Terry's going, why didn't you get sick? I said, I wasn't standing out by the semi truck with you guys all passing around weed. No. Thank you, Sandy. I love you.
Thank you, Sandy. Wacky tobacco. Haven't heard that in a long time.
Oh my God. That's cool.
All right, let's keep it going. We got lots.
Jamie said he didn't get sick. Hey, Jamie,
Oh.
did you do any pass puff or whatever? That's what Melody said.
He's got his thumbs up.
Okay, so we know that's not a common denominator. Okay, Craig.
Thanks, Jamie. All right, we got John Tier and right now Lisa Marie. Actually, I think John Tier was first, so the order was switched on what I see, but I've got it written down. So, Lisa, you're coming up. John Tier, let's go ahead and go to you, please. Open up and share with us.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
What's going on? Everything.
All right.
How are you, John?
I'm just wonderful, man. I'm just really, really wonderful. We have been listening to all the things you were saying about video, and I would encourage you to do a video course, so that we all have to come back and try to piecemeal all of this stuff together that you're talking about. Because I plan on doing video because I've done video in the past, and I know what it takes to do the editing part. That's the part that always bogged me down, doing all that editing.
I just decided to let somebody else do that.
And that's where I'm going to see. So for myself, I figure when I hit 100K, then I can hire somebody to do all the other stuff for me. That's what my mindset is, because I know what it takes I used to set aside a day to do videos, a day to do descriptions, a day to do, all the editing. And it was not easy. It was
Yeah.
challenging for sure. But now they have all this AI stuff out here. I'm like, man, so that means I have to learn another skill? No, I have to learn the skill of making money so I can pay somebody to do this stuff.
Matt keeps saying, honestly, it's going so fast, so quick. The stuff that he shares with me and Craig all day, it honestly takes all day to go through the stuff that Matt shares with us. It's funny. He is just so excited about not only AI, but all these different programs that just keep doing more and more and more and more and more. So he really believes by the end of the year that you plug a video in, you tell it what to do, and it does all of it. So he was even saying there was an app. I don't want to get off track, John, but there's an app now that you go in and you actually write in detail what you would like that person to do. Okay, so say you were going to hire the perfect person, what you would like them to do. And then they create a virtual assistant that's AI that does it.
Oh.
And I know some of you are already just thinking of stuff that an AI shouldn't do, but no. Oh, he's going to mow my lawn and wash my dishes and
oh my goodness. Yeah. So that was my thing. I'm up to like 3,700 followers now. And
how does that make you feel?
Oh, that makes me feel wonderful. And really it's pretty effortless, to be honest with you. It really is. I just go out, click, and let people fall where they fall. I have gotten a little more selective with who I want to become my friend.
Yeah.
And
Wait a minute. Now that you got the process down, you're sorting?
Yes.
What the hell? What a concept. What a concept. Wait, I just don't want a bunch of fake accounts as friends. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah.
And it does slow the process down a little bit, but I'm working on the people that I can relate to, that I want to talk to.
Yeah.
Of course, if you want to go fast, go ahead and get a bunch of internet marketers. They'll hit you up right away.
Yeah, they're looking to close clients. So
right.
Put me on the list of everyone that wants to close me for their course. Yeah.
Right. So but what I've done is I've actually kind of taken it to, I don't know, like another level in terms of like we used to have those things called like memory joggers, but I use those now. I use that as to find groups of people. I look for the accountant group when I look for it, because I know that you don't have to be in that group to be able to have access to the people.
Right.
So I just go down a whole list of people. And then what happens is that when you pick one group, it leads you to a whole another section of groups.
When
and
you're
I just
thinking
use a
about
subsection,
networking, when you're thinking about networking, that's why people say I don't have anyone to talk to. I go, well, we need to get over that fear, because there's millions. You know what I mean?
I could stay in a group sometimes 2 or 3 days to do and get about 150 names out of one group.
Yeah.
So I mean, I never run out of groups. I will never run out of groups, because again, you get one group, it's section on top of section and on top of section, and it just goes down. And I can always tell now when I'm running out of people on that particular group, because my computer does this little weird thing. First it's closed, and then when I start getting less, and it opens up. And I realize when it gets full screen, then there's no one else that's a mutual friend that I can talk to, and that tells me to get out to move on.
Very good. Thanks for the tip, John. That is awesome.
So I'm having a ball with these groups, because it's really really simple. And again, I don't just stay in one group. Once I hit a group, it'll lead me to another group or something I haven't even thought about. Like I'm in a group now called Facebook Exchange Group. It's a lot of entrepreneurs that are in that group. Okay. And so I just reach out and ask for friend requests. And I don't care about who does and who doesn't. I just go through what I go through.
Again, when you get sorting down, it's like the minimal amount of time and thought and effort that it takes for me not to reply or respond to someone that's not interested is so infinitely small.
Right.
It's like the same way as someone says, Robert, I sent you an email. I was like, how did that work?
Yeah.
You
The
never
other thing,
responded to it. Well, I don't know why you did that. Why did you think you could send me an email?
right. The other thing is that my mindset also is I am reaching out to people, but my concentration is I want to get to 5,000.
Okay.
And that's where my concentration is. Sometimes I have to make sure I stay on that because I'm like, well, I want to reach out to this person because I want to talk to them and get them a gift and all of that. But I say, if you listen to the sequence of things that you do, you always start off with saying, well, my first thing was to get to 5,000.
Yeah.
And so that's what my mindset has been like. I'm just focusing on, let me get to 5,000. Because once I get to 5,000, I can do all this other stuff too.
Yeah.
But I want to get to 5,000.
Yeah.
And that's my thing, is to get to 5,000. And I noticed that your followers outgrow your friends like right
Yeah.
away. It's
Right
about
away.
it's about
Right
a
away,
four.
because people see that you have 5,000 friends or 4,998,
Right.
and they believe, oh, this person's not going to accept my friend request. They don't even know me, so I'll just follow them.
Mhm. Oh, the psychology behind it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I've been focusing on, and just go ahead and just go through the numbers.
I'm proud of you, John. I'm proud of you.
Like I said, that thing that Mary showed is very, very powerful. It's just that my mind just took it to another level. That's all.
Yeah, but you bring up something very, very important. You created a habit that Mary taught us, and through doing that, it's like reading the God Memorandum 100 days. The real miracle is wow, I've broken that barrier where I realize I can get as many friends as I freaking want.
Yep.
And then it goes to, wait a minute, I can sort and just get the friends that I want.
Right.
And then it goes to, whoa, what if I could just consistently always find people, and the right person will lead me to the right person?
Yeah.
It's all these little different levels of philosophy and believing. And when you have faith and you believe, things happen.
Mm-hmm.
It really truly goes back to, him going to blow up the Death Star before it can beam in and destroy the universe. And it's
Right.
like, put the damn computer away, use the Force. Luke used the Force. And people quite don't know what that is, or if they're listening to Abraham Hicks and she calls it source. The only reason that different authors and presenters have to use a different word is because some people's description turns them off.
Right.
It just turns them off. So even some people just using energy, what I mean? Frequency, that turns them off because they're going, well, why don't you say the real name? All right, Buddha then. No, wrong word. Wrong word. Oh, it depends on where I'm at. If I'm in Asia, Buddha works pretty good.
Yeah.
Different word in the Middle East. It's like it's pretty interesting. Why does the word Jesus work for some people but not for others? I don't know. So it's trusting in that instinct, knowing that. Here's the thought that I always had, and Ray Higdon pulled this out of me better than anybody. As he says, so you look at everyone as a doorway to a person that could be a doorway to a person that gets in the business. And he says, so you look at everyone as a doorway to someone that's going to do this business. And I said, yeah, why? Do you look at them like people that you can close for a course or product? See, because I was always taught, where I learned this, guys, is when I first met my mentor, they were running ads in newspapers because there wasn't a thing called the internet. So if you're running an ad under sales or sales/management, See, everyone talks about, I'm sorry for digressing here, but I'll tell you guys a quick story that's really funny. And it was like this giant ship that's a container ship. And they were saying for every day that it wasn't on the sea moving, it was actually costing the company $100,000 a day.
Hmm.
And so they couldn't get the motor running. So they brought down mechanics and they couldn't get the motor running. And then they brought down other mechanics and they couldn't get the motor starting. And after these mechanics, they kept saying, don't you know of anybody that knows how to fix this? And they say, yeah, John Tier. Yeah, we called him. We called him and he said that he needed a $10,000 deposit or he wasn't even coming down. And the last guy that he talked to said, I thought this was costing you $100,000 a day, not going. And so they finally called John Tier. He walks over, walks directly up to this valve, takes a screwdriver, takes the valve out, and taps it on the side of the motor. And then he blows through it and screws it back in and says, try it now. And the motor starts up. And the guy goes, you weren't even here 5 minutes. He goes, that's why I needed $10,000 up front. Because idiots like you think that it's based on my time and not based on my wisdom.
Yeah.
He goes, smart people pay for wisdom. Stupid people pay for time. So you already spent 2 days and $200,000 plus hiring other mechanics that didn't know how to fix this. I knew how to fix it.
Man, that's
so,
really powerful.
Yeah, isn't that a power?
That's really powerful. Yeah,
it's a power shift. So people are like, oh, it costs too much, and so, that whole point of understanding each level that you start believing that you can achieve more. So now I'm sitting down, bringing in all these people off ads, and I'm jacked up. My mentor even tells me, everyone that shows up to a presentation, if they get in, I'm putting them in your group. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my God. You know what I mean? So I'm answering calls like crazy. I'm scheduling these people. I'm following their little script. And then when the people come in after they've seen the presentation, I would look at him and say something stupid like, what do you think? And then, he would take me out back, beat me he didn't. But it's like you never ask people what they think. You
Right.
say, what did you like most? So this is where I'm learning these skills, these little tiny words of screwing out the valve and tapping it and blowing it. It's like, wow, words do matter. And then I tell people what to say, and then people mess up the words. It's like, all right, whatever. I didn't feel like doing them in that sequence. Whatever. Stop, I can't fix that with duct tape. You know what I mean? And so so then I was going, wow, maybe I should watch what he does. So I said, if I shouldn't be asking them, what should I say? Just look at them and say, isn't this exciting? And they'll say, yeah, and say, man, there's no one that can handle your questions better than the guy that did the presentation. I see he's over there talking to people right now. If we just circle up here and just get to know each other, he'll come over to the table and he'll help you. See, you keep making the same mistakes and keep getting the wrong results and keep doing the same mistakes and keep doing the wrong results. And then most people quit. Very few people go, apparently what I'm doing is not effing working. So maybe I should shut up and watch somebody else do this. And when they do it, you go, damn, that was easy. So he would come over and say, hi, John, how are you? I'm Bill. He goes, so what'd you like most about what you seen? And people didn't want to be a layover. So they go, a lot of the stuff. He said, so probably the only questions that you want me to answer to you is how to make sure that you get this money to the Caymans and not pay taxes on it. Is that one of the kind of questions that you're I would have never thought of saying that.
Right.
I don't have an accountant came friends, you know what I mean? But and I did find out later that he did, by the way. But here's the point. The point is that his ability to connect with people and lighten them up when they expected to be closed was brilliant.
Yeah.
And I was watching him and I'm going like a lot of you have done to me. So when do you get them in the business? When do you slam them for some product? When do I get them to buy a $7.99 buck bag, brand bucks? You know, it's like, holy shit, this is not about you. This is about them. Right. It's like, but I need to make money. Yeah, they can smell it on you. They can smell that you're desperate. And so when he would show them the theoretical example or the plan, and it goes, who's the person that came up in this example? Because with check matching, let's just say that they're the kind of individual that could make $50,000 a month in residual income. John, math is not my top suit. He was always degrading himself. I wasn't good in school in math, but what's 30% of 50,000? People would go, I don't know, 15 grand. So $15,000 a month right now for introducing us to one person. How radically would that change your life? Well, I'd quit my freaking job tomorrow. It'd be like winning the lottery. And how would that feel? You know, so when I watched him get these people excited, have you ever had someone that was so good that when they did something to somebody else, then you realize that they did it to you? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was watching him and I was going, he did that same shit to me. That's
These are the words
exactly
you're
what,
looking for.
oh my God, he's doing. And then that, so you don't really get it when it's happening to you. But then you watch it over and over happening to somebody else and you go, damn it, man, he doesn't miss. You know, we talk about these people that got like 100% closing ratio. I mean, he would even tell people, listen, you know, don't worry about your money right now. Leave your money in your pocket. Leave your money in your purse. Leave your money in your wallet. Let me prove to you that this business works. Then you can invest if you feel like it. But let's see if this business works first. And then he'd look over at me and wink and go, right, Robert? And I'd like, yes, sir. because I realized that everyone that I was putting in front of him that I was running to the certain way, bam, 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 bam. It was just like, geez, I don't want to talk to people. I'd be better if I was mute. You know what I mean? You know, that probably would help a lot of people. The duct tape again. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like shut up and just introduce them to someone that knows what the hell they're doing. It's honestly to me like because there's the internet and all these videos. I don't know, because I love martial arts. Of course, the algorithm's hitting me, right? There's nothing funner than watching a 6-foot male that weighs about 230, 240, solid frickin' rock. And somehow he gets around a 90-pound girl that knows jujitsu. It is the funniest shit in the world, because his whole entire mind's got to be around, you know, I could throw her across the wall, you know, across the room. And the next thing he knows, he's tapping or going, you know, like that. And it's like, wow. And so it's always funny, because that's why I say it's like some people are stupid and you can't fix them with duct tape. Because when they get tapped out, guess what's the very first thing they do after they get tapped out? They stand up and go, now I'm ready. Try that shit again.
Yeah.
It's like you just got your ass embarrassed and you're going, yeah, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Let's try this again. And then they're like, you know, and it's like, no, they usually ask to do it again. And I'm going like, man, getting your ass kicked once is pretty humiliating. But to have it, you're ready. Now you're ready, and now you're begging, and now you're super ready, and now you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Robert, I had a download when you talked about the doorway. I said, wow, it came to my mind that that's 5,000 doorways that we're creating.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. And then as you learn from people that know this industry, I know I've said this on other videos, but when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So when you meet the Yodas of this industry, they're saying the same stuff, but now you hear it different. So I'll never forget when Big Al Schroeder said, similar to like what Eric Worre said, and they say, I've talked to every successful person in this industry. And it's bizarre. You get one person that wants to make 6 figures a year. And if you have an average job, you just doubled your income. Found one person that wants to make 6 figures. You find 2, you replaced your income. And he says, don't you think it's funny that that's where most network marketers stop? So I say, how much are you making? Well, I'm making like 100,000, 110,000. Oh, so you have one person in your group. You got one strong leg, and that person's making a full-time income. Wow. How'd you know that? So then you say to somebody, how much are you earning in network marketing? I'm making 200,000. Oh, so you have 2 people in your group that want to make a full-time income. See, they're making 50,000, 60,000 a year. And then he said, here's another question. Out of all the people that you have that are at your top rank, how many of them are front level to you? None. What level are they on? Level 3, level 4. So it's always the person that says they want to do it, but they really don't do it, but they introduce you to somebody that wants to supplement their income, and then they introduce you to somebody that's making a full-time income, and they sometimes find the person underneath them that wants to make a full-time income. So now that's a leg that's anchored.
Yeah.
Right? So he says, here's the crazy thing. People go, well, have you heard of so-and-so? Have you heard of Robert Hollis? He makes over $1 million a year. Yeah, because he has 4 people that want to make a full-time income.
Robert,
and people go, wait a minute, who are his leaders? And you name them off, and you go, well, he's got 4.
it's interesting you should say that, because I remember, man, you kind of took me back. In the Amway business, they used to say 3 will make you free, 6 will get you rich.
Yeah. Just like that thing I showed you. So
Right.
what makes the legends? I'll click on that graphic again. Instead of, where'd it go? But instead of, like you just said, John, we don't need to open it up. But instead of I'm focused on it. Why am I trying to find it? Okay, there it is. So instead of, like the Bill Britt, instead of 11 of them made him a multimillionaire, they had 6.
Right.
So what makes a person 100 million a year? I mean, 100 millionaire?
Yeah.
They got 11.
11.
They just went, I don't see any reason why I should stop this.
Right.
Some people wait till their income goes down. And I could hear, how many people did you guys notice the correlation of Aaron Parker leaving and Joshua Daramella raising?
Yeah.
People are like, oh my God, Aaron Parker left. I'm going, Oh my God, I got 2 new 50Ks making 10 grand a month in Nigeria. It's like,
Yeah.
if people are going to leave your group, replace them. Where I
Mhm.
think you should replace them, though, is sometimes just driving deep on them.
Mhm.
So Aaron's not here, but Bob Johnson is. So Aaron leaves and my volume doesn't go down. The people that were producing stayed. Pretty crazy. So
And he didn't see that. Wow.
yeah. So John, when you said that now you have 5,000 people to create a relationship with, to get them motivated to introduce you to the best person you know, that's game over, dude. That is next level thinking. So everyone you're looking at, you're not trying to close.
Right.
In fact, listen to this, you guys. Why would you want to train somebody that was just a person that was going to introduce you to your superstar? Why would you put this person in groups? Why would you give this person, 22 text messages with 14 links? Why would you do that? Are you trying to overwhelm and oversell and confuse a person that's just introducing you to your superstar? Or maybe they're just introducing you to somebody that introduces you to somebody that introduces you to a superstar. Because that's the fastest way. That's the fastest way to sort. If a person won't watch the plan, and it's funny because my mind's been going bazonkers with the plan, you guys, if you guys haven't noticed. Because you watch Shark Tank. Hi, my name's John Tier. I have this sponge with a smiley face on it. What's your plan? What are you talking about? Well, you came here asking for $200,000 for 10% of the company. What are you going to do with the $200,000, John? What's the damn plan?
Mm-hmm.
You go to get a loan. What's your business plan? So if someone doesn't want to watch a plan to allow them to walk away from their job or double their income, they're definitely not the right person.
So should we just show the plan, STP? Should we just show the plan? I mean, I can do that too. I'll just show you the plan. I mean, it just makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, if you want to recruit people like me and Mark Aceta, I could name like another 10 people that made millions of dollars in their career that Bill taught. We were brought in with the plan.
Yeah, see, yeah.
They showed a 45-minute video before he would come out and show the plan. And my mentor was so freaking smart. As soon as he could record the plan, he disappeared. So he's 600 miles away from me, telling me I got to find interested people and show them the plan. It was like it was reversed than what everybody else is doing. He would show them the plan and say, what do you like the most? What I like the most is about telling my boss to take a hike is what I like the most about this. Okay, great. Now that you see the plan, we can now talk about the company, how you're getting compensated, which we just covered in the plan. And between you and I, John, as long as the product is valuable to people and they're part of the mission, does the product really matter?
Man.
Now, before you answer that, there are people that just love makeup. I mean, Mary Kay and Avon have proven this like you wouldn't believe. But there's other companies that have plastic containers like Tupperware, and they were able to prove it. And then there's companies that just do skincare, and they were able to prove it. And then there's people that just do weight loss and nutrition, and they were able to prove it. And then there's some companies that just do essential oils and nutrition drinks, and they proved it. So you don't want to pigeonhole a person to a certain deal.
Robert, that is some next level stuff you're doing here. I mean, that is some, that is some. I mean, you answer an objection that's in the mind without them saying it, and it comes to a point where people don't have to ask that question because it's
Thank you.
being given to them in such a way that it's palatable that they can take it in and say, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And
if it makes sense, it makes dollars, doesn't it, John?
Right. So I should just concentrate on how to make this money because it doesn't really matter whatever the product is, because we know the product, people make money with products all the time. If they didn't, these industries wouldn't exist. So we know that people can concentrate on that, but let's concentrate on the things we really need is the money.
Yeah, we want to move people's buying power. The last people only have a few powers left. So for the power that you and your wife and family have, making a decision to buy certain products at Walmart, Target, Costco, and Amazon, if I can get you a part of a mission to move our billions of dollars away from those companies to a company like MDC that gives a shit. So people always ask me, do I have to pay for the product every month? If you don't do this business, you shouldn't. That's not what we're going for, John. Remember when we talked in this, where you get to sit down with your wife and you don't have to say nothing. And your wife comes to you and says, we have like $350 more in our budget than we used to have. Oh, really? Do you know where that came from? Yeah, there was a direct deposit from My Daily Choice. It's so much better coming from the person that's paying the bills. I noticed we had $199 go out and we had $350 come back. Yeah, that's do you need help with that, John? See, that's where the thing belief check comes from.
Yeah.
What is this again? Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Got it. See, most spouses would sit down and tell their spouse, well, hey, let me give you the game plan. No.
I got a funny story.
Don't worry about it, honey. Don't worry about it. To be honest with you, I was even telling my wife today, me and her was like in a debate about something so small. And I said to her, and I go, oh my God, I'm just being an idiot. I apologize. And she goes, you don't need to apologize. We're just discussing something. And I said, you're talking to the wrong person about this subject. And she goes, what do you mean? I said, you should be talking to Matthew. Because we all know Matthew knows everything. And she goes, what do you mean? I said, if Matthew tells you something, it's gospel. If I tell you something, there's a debate. I just forgot about that. So she was going, maybe we should do this, this, and this. And I do the same thing that I do with my inner circle members. I go, this person that you've seen doing this, did you really see their deposits from the last 3 months? No, they just said that they've made 1.4 million, but have you seen it? No. Have you seen anybody that they've helped get to a full-time income? She goes, I don't know. Everybody says they're great. I'm going, why would you say you're bad? So, yeah. I love you, John Tier.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you,
Love
man.
you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Love you too, brother.
Okay, we'll take one more, Craig.
All right, sounds good, John. Thank you so much. And by the way, just before we go to the last person here, Ola, who has his hand up, just want to let everybody know that Sandy now has 9 subscribers to her YouTube channel.
Yay! Hey,
And-
I went to Sandy's channel and I was already a subscriber. So
Yes.
ha.
All right, so I posted the link here in the chats. So please go and subscribe and let's support Sandy as she builds her YouTube channel.
Congratulations, Sandy.
Yay, Sandy. All right, Ola, last question for the day. Let's get started. Please unmute yourself and share.
Hey, wait a minute. Before we go to
Oh.
Ola,
Okay.
is Lisa Marie still here?
She left.
All right. I wondered if she had completed. Well, we'll wait. I know she'd been putting. Remember, we were talking about.
Yeah.
When were we talking about it?
Actually, I think it was last week.
Okay, but so she took the time to go out of her way and do an audio of my book. How is that working? So I don't know if she's ready to launch it or not, but hey, we need to find her channel and support her as well. I'm really proud of her.
I'll find the link and I'll post it up here in the chats while you and Ola chat.
Excellent.
All right.
Hi,
Ola,
Ola.
Hello,
come on.
hello, Robert. I
How are
don't
you,
have
my friend?
I'm very good. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored and deeply loved.
Awesome. I don't have so much of a question. It's more
Okay.
like I love a lot of stories from your background. And one of my favorite is when you worked for Roger Penske and he was messing around with you a bit.
Yeah.
He asked you, why do you have a job? Can you please tell that story? I love that. Can you tell that story?
Yeah, it really is funny, Ola, that, I know a job of a mentor is just to get you to sort of, we know that dogs do it really well, right? You sort of look at them and you say something, they go,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And they turn their head the other way. It's like, I got to get the right ear to hear this because it's like, wait a minute. It's this aha moment, right? And it's like the little ones that Jim Rohn would say, I'd rather work for profits than wages.
Exactly.
And I think that if people really realize that a majority of the people don't even hear it. They don't even hear it. You're looking for the percent that goes, what are you talking about, Ola? What the hell are you talking about? Well, say similar to Don Fela had, say, listen, do you know anyone that would like to own their own life? See, it's this statement that, so, when Roger Penske said to me, why do you need money?
Yeah.
That's what he said. He said, I said, oh my God, the surgeries were being paid for my knee. He actually got me into the Olympic Hospital in LA to do surgery on my knee. And he's like, he says, is everything okay? And I just remember like it was yesterday. I said to him, holy shit, I don't know what to do to take care of my family. And he goes, what do you need? He says, I'll help you. What do you need? I said, I need money. And he goes, so how are you going to make money? I fell right in it, Ola. It's like, well, I can't be a mechanic right now, so I guess I got to find a job that I can do not using my legs. And he's going, I thought that you said you needed money. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's going, listen, Robert, there's other people that make money that don't have a job. Why don't you just find people that know how to make money? See, I'm glad that you brought this up, Ola, in the close. Because do you guys realize that the best sorters in the world are people that simply ask questions and watch how people answer them?
Yeah.
That's all they do. So if I walked up to Linda and said, wow, hi, Linda. And she goes, what's up? I go, listen, are you married? You got a boyfriend? I'm just looking for her reaction. That's all I'm looking for. And she's,
Yeah.
You know what? I do. So are you happy in that relationship? You know, I am happy. Well, listen, maybe you could do me a huge personal favor. What? Do you know of anyone right now that's open to a relationship? See, it's like the goal is to answer a couple of questions to see if there's any interest from Linda. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the balloons go off. Isn't that funny? And you guys, if you really find the best sorters in the world, it's like, this is one that really blows me away. And I was going to write this down for a note to remember this. And then, of course, I got it downloaded right now. You guys know I show the app, right? For those of you that are at the event, compliance keeps saying that we can't just tell people what we're making. So I've done this at other events, and I said, I can't tell you how much Terry and I've made with MDC. I just can tell you that if Terry went to the dollar store, she could buy 4.6 million things.
Smart.
And so I'm just showing my app, right? And I seen a guy recently, and I know some of you are going to be mad at this, but just listen to the story. I'm watching this video, and this guy walks up and he says, hi, how are you? And she's on her phone. And she looks up and she said, hi. And he said, would you mind looking at something for me? And she said, I suppose. And he handed her his phone. And she looked at her and she said, why are you showing me your online banking? And he went, oh my God, I'm sorry. I thought it was just the contacts, and I wanted you to put your name and number in. And she looked up and smiled at him and went, all right then. Because I'm going, holy shit. Someone's watching my videos out there, and now they're using it for dating.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean you to see my online banking. But let's just get the bullshit out of the way. You know what I mean? And some people go, well, I wouldn't want to date a person just based off money. Well, then apparently you don't know what motivates women. It's not money. It's confidence, it's security, it's protection. And a guy that's got enough cojones to show how much he's got in his bank account has all three. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, so isn't he doing the sorting? He's doing the sorting. Doesn't mean that's the girl that he's going to end up with. But let's just get the craziness out of the way. Anything else, Ola?
No, it was just that I love that story because that's a paradigm shift, because most people think that's a job is, that's everything. But They don't
Yeah.
think about starting a
You know,
business.
you know what's the other thing that's switching right now is there used to be a time in my life, you guys, where if I talked to a young individual, they were off the grid if it had anything to do with education. So let me explain this. I'd say, hey, listen, do you know anyone that's looking for extra money right now? Well, maybe me. Why? What is this? And then I would show them the plan. And you know what they would say to me? They would say, I just got to keep my priorities straight, and I got to finish my education and get my degree. That is changed in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So like I said at the beginning, you know, it's like people are really, really, really hopeless right now. So if they're losing hope and they got fear and uncertainty and doubt, and really you just bring it to their attention that they haven't made the right decisions in their past to have enough money to get involved in your business. They don't need to be reminded that they don't have any money in their bank. They don't need to be reminded that they're being paid peanuts. They don't need to be reminded that their cards are maxed out. That's like stupid. It's like, that's so insulting. And it was insulting, and it made me feel bad. For a second, because my mentor was smart. He said, what'd you like most? Geez, I'd love to make that kind of money. Are you kidding me? He goes, Robert, I'll show you exactly how to do it. There's not a doubt in my mind that you're going to crush this. So where do you see yourself getting started? What position would you like to start? I'd like to start at the top, but I don't have any money. I say, I don't you notice when people say they don't have any money, they usually back it up with like four more excuses? They already feel shitty. So they'll say, you know, I just can't afford that right now because I'm taking care of my parents, because I got laid off. Because, see, they're just immediately, and I go, I don't have any electricity right now because I'm on workman's comp. Where was it taught that when someone becomes that vulnerable to you, what you do is you fear or loss them and you guilt the fuck out of them for them to go get deeper in debt? That's fucking sales, and it doesn't work. You put a person in a worse position than they were. And that's why people say, you know, I had this guy that came in for, you know, the $7.99 brand bucks, and then he disappeared and he won't return my messages. Yeah, because you put him in a worse position than he was when you met him. Why do I bring people in and they keep disappearing? You put them in a worse position. I know you guys probably never heard this. I had a guy that you guys will see, probably will come in tomorrow. He'll get to see this one day. His name is Rocky. And he reached out to me. He reached out to me because he's in Billings and he's a retired postal delivery, right? So he said, I did all the stuff that you told me. And he said, I pretty much believe that I'm going to come in for the $3.99, the $3.99 brand bucks. And I said, would you be open to any suggestion, or have you already made a decision? And he said, well, I wanted to do for $3.99 because that's all I can afford. And I said, why don't you do me a favor and do the $1.99? And he goes, why? And I said, because that qualifies you, even though you get one generation deep on check matching, you don't have a group yet. But I want at least 60 days with you. So if you do the $1.99 now, you're going to get the extra $30 before the 17th. And then the products will come out and be 65% off or buy one, get one. So you could get more product for you and your wife to try out to see what products you like. And then understand that you have another $199 so that if this business doesn't take off as fast as you need it to, you can purchase it again by the end of next month. And he goes, do you know how long I've been in this industry? And I said, no. He goes, no one has ever talked me out of buying a higher package. He says, I know now I found the right mentor.
You care.
Yeah, I said, I'm in this for the long haul. So I could have took a guy that's 3 years retired from a postal worker. He's 67. I could have easily got him to borrow money to go for the $7.99. Easily. I got the skills. They're just not supposed to be used that way. So there's where that phrase comes from. And he's from Montana, and we raise a lot of sheep here.
Okay.
It's a ranching state. And I said, have you ever heard the phrase, you can only skin a sheep one time, but you can shear it forever? And he says, yeah. And he says, I totally understand what you're doing. I said, so make sure to pass that on to other people. Work with them at their level and help them get a belief check, and then help them get into profit, get their product for free, put $200 in their budget, take them along this path. And he goes, okay.
Awesome.
So when you guys see Rocky show up here, you're going to go, we heard about you. So that might be the answer to some of your guys' question. Do I personally still recruit?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I personally.
No, you sponsor. You sponsor.
Hold on, I set you up, man. I got you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
But I got to give Ola credit, give Ola a hand. He said the answer before I did. Ola went, Robert's trying to get me. I know the answer. Thank you. I love and appreciate you. What time is it there?
Whoa, it's in the middle of the night. 2 o'clock. No, 2:30. So, but this is worth it. I love this. So.
Then we got people. We got people in the United States that yeah, that's a little too late. I can't get on that. And then you get people like Ola that get on at 2 or 3 in the morning. So, you know.
Thanks,
Peter and Linda, where are you guys at? You there?
We can't hear you.
I see you talking, but
I'm wondering if say something, Peter. No. Okay, on the bottom.
Peter, you're going to have to show us fingers now.
Yeah. There's a button that says mute. There you are. There you are.
The microphone's at the speaker.
Where are you guys at?
We're in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So we're in the Eastern time zone.
I don't know why I thought you guys were in Spain. I thought you guys were in Spain.
Oh, we have a team in Spain.
And my background is Spanish, Colombia. So, but it's also Eastern right now in Colombia.
Yeah. I knew Spain was out there. And Peter, this gives me a shot to apologize for hitting on Linda. I'm sorry.
Hey, Peter and Linda, you had a question to Robert. Go ahead and ask that.
Sure.
We did?
Yes, about the videos.
Oh, about the videos. Oh, yeah, no, we found it. We got the plan, the video. We were trying to figure out which one was the plan. But we found it, we saved it, and we're going to watch it.
Yeah, because I haven't watched it yet, so I wasn't sure if it was the same one as the 5,000, the theoretical one. So I was inquiring, like, what is it?
Yeah, it's a newer updated, and I'm waiting for Marco, but maybe it was a good reason. I was going to take the video that I did at the convention and also put it online. So I think I'll do that just because it shows a little more credibility because it's in front of an audience, but he hasn't gotten it to me yet. So that's why I did the one that I did. And then Matthew, being the wizard that he is, he's the one that found that software. I think it's called Dub or Dab. What is it called, Craig? Do you remember?
I thought it was, well, I don't know which one he's using. I thought it was vidIQ, but I think that's something different.
Yeah, that's the one.
But I
Maybe
don't know if it was, I thought it was Dab or Dub or something.
You know what? You might be right. I think we need Matt to give us the exact one for us to go
so when
to
Matt
the
gets
next
back,
level on
ask
that.
him that. But he put my video in, and I said, could you just put your video in that AI and see what it would cost to put it in Spanish? And he said, oh my God, I bet you that would cost a lot of money. And I said, well, just check. He put the video in. I guess you got to get it to train your voice first. He put the video in and he said, Dad, it came back in 4 seconds. It's already finished. And I said, how much was it? And he said, $11.
Wow.
And so
Amazing.
I have a feeling that one day I'm going to go on YouTube and I'm going to find a channel that has more subscribers and more views than my channel. And it's going to be someone that took all my videos and put it into their language.
What on the way?
And they're making $100,000 a month by having my videos in Hungarian.
Y'all don't mind.
Hey, I'm like, oh my God, that's just so brilliant. And I would be the guy that would reach out to the person that did that and say, kudos, man, genius to you. That's cool. So thank you, Peter and Linda. I love you guys.
Thank you.
You bet. God bless.
Appreciate you.
You guys
Love
are
you so much.
Peter and Linda, thank you so much. And I think that about wraps us up for the day.
Okay, Craig.
What a great inner
Can I
circle.
say one thing though?
Oh,
I just want to say, Craig, I just gotta say, you are amazing, man. You are on the freaking ball. I love you, buddy. Seriously, you are always on the ball. It's amazing. It's like as soon as he said, Robert says something about a video, boom, it's right there in the comments. It's amazing. Man,
I agree,
thank
Peter.
you.
I agree, Peter. Thank you, Linda. Let's give Craig a hand. Everybody used to laugh at us in our other company because Craig wouldn't get the recognition that he's supposed to get. So I was always one of those people that said, Craig, he's our man. If he can't do it, nobody can. Yay, Craig. You remember that, Craig? I haven't done that in a long time.
Oh my God. Oh, bless you guys. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you.
Linda. That was perfect timing. Wow. I've never seen Craig like speechless for a little bit. That was good. Love you, man.
Love you too. Peter, Linda, thank you so much. Peter, love you, man. Appreciate you. And appreciate each and every one of you for being with us today on the Inner Circle. Additional shout outs to Coach Bob, Anthony Lombardo, Shauna Hancock, Sandy Baker, John Tier, Ola Meyer. I know Lisa Marie had to leave. So Lisa, thank you. And of course, Peter and Linda, bless you. Thank you so very much. And thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. If you want to save the chat, because there's a lot of stuff in the chat, as Peter has alluded to, you can either go to YouTube. It's in the chat there. I will also post it as part of the description at the bottom of the YouTube channel or the YouTube video. Or I just posted how you can get all of those links and things in the Zoom chat. Very simple. Go ahead, click the 3 dots in the Zoom chat, then click on Save Chat at the conclusion of this video. It will all download to your computer. You can sift through it, look at it, and go for it. Robert, bless you. Thank you so very much. Also got to give a shout out, of course, to our executive producer, Matt Hollis. Matthew, bless you. Thank you so much. Enjoy. I hope you are enjoying your 9-year wedding anniversary. We're going to look forward to seeing you again very soon and sharing more with us. And thank you again, all of you, for being a part of our great inner circle. Let's go ahead. I'm going to ask everyone to unmute as we say so long. Be good to yourselves. Be cash and Bye for now.
Thanks, everybody. Love you all.
Everyone, Mike,
Bye.
Peter, Sandy, Orla, Melody, Jamie,
Bye-bye.
Peter,
Bill, John.
Linda, Peter.
And shout out to Melody
Peter.
also for helping to contribute to some
Peter,
of these.
Linda, and Linda, Peter.
Thank you, Melody.
There we go. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Rita. Love you guys.